Okay, so today is a very exciting video, for me anyway, but also for you, of course. That's probably why you've clicked on this video, because you've seen the title. So today I'm going to be reviewing new Morphe products. So I have the primer, I have the foundation, I have two because I didn't know what shade, you know. I have, again, two concealers, and I have one of their new powders. It's only a pressed powder, so as you can see, I've already done my eyes. If you want to check out this eye look, it's for Valentine's Day. So why am I pointing up here? I meant to... What the hell is... I will link the eye makeup in the eye up there and in the description box below, so you can check that out. So the primer I'm going to put all over my face because my face is quite dry, and I've just realised I have paint on my nails because I did art earlier. So I bought the Revitalizer. They are quite small, they are 20 mils, which isn't bad in a way. The packaging just looks small, you know. The Revitalizer is the moisturising one, so that's why I bought it, because I have dry skin. If you watch my channel you would know that. The other one was just for like minimising pores and stuff, but this one says it blurs and softens imperfections, instantly makes skin feeling moisturised, free of oils and parabens, and that's pretty much it. Let me get the website up. Ooh. Okay, did not know it was that much. I thought it was like £9. The primer is £12. A bit more expensive than I thought it was. Let's open it up. It has a squeezy tube, of course. I'm just going to apply this on my hands. Okay, so it has a white consistency. It doesn't really have a smell, it just smells like makeup. It feels kind of moisturising, but it kind of feels like silicone-y. It feels cooling on the face. It's quite a like thick texture, so hopefully that's gonna make my skin nice and moisturised. That actually feels really nice, and yeah, really like that. Okay, so I bought two shades in the foundation. I bought a light shade and like a kind of tan shade, so I won't be using this one today. I'll be using the light one. I was going to get like a medium shade, but they didn't have the one I wanted in stock. So maybe if I like this foundation, then I'm going to purchase the medium kind of shade, because that one probably would match me better. Okay, so this is the Fluidity foundation, full coverage foundation, 24-hour long wear. Don't know who's going to wear foundation for 24 hours. It's sweat proof, transfer resistant, big claim, water resistant, oil free of oils, fragrance and parabens, great for all skin types. So I've heard that this foundation is very matte, or it can be quite matte, but I have applied the moisturising base, so hopefully that helps. But it does state that it is for all skin types, so we will see about that. So I'm going to swatch both of the shades. By the way, I got the lighter one, which is f1.50. It also states at the top that it is matte. And then I got the shade f2.60. So I got one level 1 and one level 2. So this is the packaging here. As you can see, it is quite... The shades are different, but apparently they're not actually the foundation in the bottle. It's just like a what's it called, like it's not a clear thing, so it's not actually the shade of the foundation, it's just like a estimated thing. It's 30 mils and they are £16 each. Yeah, let's swatch them. So let's do the lighter one first. That's nice. It comes with a hygienic thing on it. Ooh, smells like paint. There has been speculation that the shade range is quite strange. Apparently there's not much for like cool toned, but there's lots for like warm tone and like olivey green tone, which is strange. So this is f1.50, the top one, and then this one is f2.60. They are both like neutral shades, but the F1.50 is coming off a little bit like peachy, warm kind of colour. I do like the F2.60. It's a nice like tan shade. It does look a little bit lighter than I'd probably want for a tan, but it does look quite nice. I'm going to leave them on my hand for now and see if they do dry down matte. So I'm going to go onto the concealer and swatch these two I got. I got the C1.55 and then I got the C2.15. So again, a light one and a darker one. Okay, so they're not too much darker than each other. This one kind of matches my nails. Kind of looks kind of like pinky toned, but we'll see. So this is the concealer. I really like their packaging. I like the squeezy tube of the foundation because you can get everything out, but I suppose it would be nicer with a glass bottle, but then the price would be increased, so that's kind of a plus, I suppose. So these are the shades. This is 1.55 and then this one is 2.15. So they are slightly different. They're both apparently neutral shades, but the lighter one seems to be a little bit more pink. It has a flat doe foot applicator. This is definitely more like pinky peachy kind of shade. And then this one, if I don't like these shades then I'll just put them in my kit, that's fine. So again, the top one is the lighter one and then the darker one, so that is 1.55 and then 2.15. So hopefully you can see them. It says the concealer is a soft matte finish, full coverage concealer, instant full on concealer power, blendable, multitasking formula, so obviously you could use it for contouring and highlighting the face, free of fragrant and parabens, not free of oils though, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I need to get the lighter one that I wanted to get. Foundation hasn't set yet on my hand, but it has dried down a little bit more matte, but I'm going to wipe it off now because I want to put the foundation on my hand to apply it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the lighter foundation, of course, because I am not tanned right now. I will talk about the powder in a second when I get to it. The only thing is, with a squeezy tube, you're not really sure how much to apply. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. I have cleaned and washed my sponge, so there's no excess foundation, like a different foundation. And also the brush is clean too. This is just a Jessup 104 buffer, like flat kabuki brush. I'm testing out the Jessup brushes because I want to see if they're good enough to put in my kit. It is quite a runny foundation, as you can see. It is slowly running down my hand. It's not majorly runny though. So I'm gonna do half my face with a brush. Coverage is good. I swear I think I'm lighter than that is actually a really good match. Well done me, pat yourself on the back. I have heard that you need to blend this out quite quickly. Yeah, my hand is definitely much lighter than my face. Obviously the one thing about a squeezy tube is that you can't really estimate how much you've used, because with like a pump you can say like, oh, I've used 1 pump, 2 pumps, but that has blended really nicely with a brush. It hasn't clung to any dry patches, which is fabulous. As you can see, my face is definitely a lot redder than normal. I'm kind of breaking out on the sides, so that would be a good way of seeing how much coverage it has. So I'm going to close, my brush looks really orange now, so I'm going to come in close so you can see. That's obviously with no foundation and this is with the foundation, as you can tell. I think it looks really nice. It still has kind of like a sheen going on, like a semi-matte finish. That shade matches my neck like perfectly. which is rare for me. I either do it too light or too dark. But yeah, let's go in. I didn't even use much of that foundation, but I probably will suck up some foundation with the sponge. So I'm going to dab my sponge in and see how much coverage a sponge gives. There is still a lot of coverage. I've been dying to try this foundation out since I bought it. It's been sitting and waiting patiently on my shelf because I've been waiting for a day of quiet in my house. I'm alone at the moment, so that is perfect. It was really hard picking a shade. I had to like look on YouTube videos of people who have like swatched all the shades in the PR packages. That is how I got my shade. Unfortunately, I don't have the massive PR package, so yeah. Okay, so that blended out really nicely. I actually like them on both sides. It did give me a little bit more coverage on the brush side just because the sponge does soak up a little bit of product. Of course, that's what sponges tend to do most of the time. So now I'm going to go on with concealer. So I'm going to take the lighter one, even though it was quite like a pinky peachy tone, but we'll make it work. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize. This does have a heavy scent of paint. I'm just putting on the normal amount I would put on with concealer. It does seem to be quite a thick, creamy concealer, and it smells. It reminds me of the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. Okay, so hopefully I haven't applied too much. I'm just going to be blending this out with a sponge because that's what I just normally do with my concealer. I never use a brush.
Oh my god!
There's no streaks either. I forgot to mention when I was blending the brush side out with the foundation that there wasn't any streaks, which was amazing. Nothing worse than streaks in a foundation. Okay, so that blended out very nicely. The coverage is really nice and it looks kind of like hydrating under my eyes at the moment anyway. So we'll see how that looks when we put powder on. Hopefully the powder's not too dark because it did look quite dark. Okay, so the powder, I think I've got a darker shade, so I might turn a little bit darker. So this is the Morphe Filter Effect Finishing Powder. I got the shade #filter5. This is a blendable, sheer to medium coverage, creamy, lightweight formula, shine free and oil absorbing, selfie approved. So I'm guessing it doesn't have much flashback, which is great. I love the packaging. It does feel kind of cheap, but it does look nice and sleek. It's just plain black matte packaging, and this is the powder here. So yeah, filter 5. It does look quite dark. That's the only issue. Okay, so I'm going to set under my eyes even though it's quite a dark shade, but I'm going to do a light layer and see how pigmented this actually is. Okay, so it is quite pigmented. Not loads, but you can see that it's changed my under eyes. Even though I have dry skin, I do like to set my whole face with powder just because I feel like the other products like bronzer and stuff just blend nicer. So I'm going to smooth this just lightly around my face. It doesn't have loads of pigment because, as you can tell, it hasn't changed my skin too much. I mean, to me it doesn't look like it. It might look like it on camera, but I am only putting a slight dab of powder because it is a matte powder. It is a matte foundation already, and I don't want it to go too matte. but it's just added a nice light colour to my skin. I kind of don't look too pale anymore. I'm going to blend it down my neck so I match, because it has made my skin look a little bit darker. Yeah, that's a nice powder. So far my skin is looking flawless. It hasn't gone in any fine lines apart from, this always happens, always. My fine lines on my forehead because I frame too much. My smile lines look good. Yeah, it just looks really nice, flawless so far. So I'm going to go and do my eyebrows and the rest of my eyes on the other video. Again, I'll link it up in the eye and in the description box, and I will be back to... Okay, so that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I will make sure to answer. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed. I love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.